Hi, my name's Corey Pieper. This session is going to be talking a little bit about creating new pages and editing pages in the content management system. So first things first, go to this address, cms.nids.noaa.gov, and log in using your NOAA LDAP user ID and password. So that's your NEMS password, or otherwise known as your email username and password. Let's go ahead and log in here. To find existing pages or to add new pages, you simply go up to Content here, you mouse over that, and a little flyout menu appears. There's the option to add, edit content, or edit front page. So what we're going to do first is add a page, see how that's done. In the old CMS, when you were adding a web page versus adding a news article, you went to two different locations. In the current CMS, or the new CMS, you always go to add content, and there you'll be given the option to either choose that you're adding a web page, you're adding a news article, or you're adding a news link. So we're going to be adding a web page. Pretty simple stuff, similar to what you had before. The page name is actually what is going to go on the end of the URL for the web page. So in this case, it's going to do, well, raining is fine. I was going to do training, but yeah, raining. And then the HTML title tag, this is what actually appears up in the tab. So in this case, up here at the top of the screen, CMS was in the title tag. So this one we'll do, this is the raining title, just so that we can illustrate that when we look at it. And then meta tag descriptions. It's always good to be pretty verbose here, just to let search engines know exactly what your page contains, so that it makes search results for our customers a little bit easier. I'm not going to do that here because it's just a test page, but I'll just copy and paste some info in there. Same thing for the keywords, which the meta tag description is normally a sentence, an actual description as you were talking to somebody about what the page is, versus keywords, which are just sort of just words that the search engines look for. They don't have to make sense. They don't have to be a sentence, just keywords that you'd like a search engine to hit on and be able to organize your page using search results. So once you've got all the page info outlined there, the section down here is where you actually do the page creation. It's very similar to our current or old CMS, depending on how you look at it, but this GUI is a lot more advanced. There are a lot more things that you can do. I'm not going to get into every piece on this one. This will be pretty basic, but it's pretty similar to if you were just going to be creating an article or a document either in Google Docs or Word, Microsoft Word. So you can just type anything that you want, and from there you can there'll be options to spell check if you misspell things. Simply highlight sections to make them bold or italicized or underline, anything like that. Strike through. Subscript, superscript, changing the color of the text or the background of the text. You can clear the text styles here by just highlighting something and clicking that. That'll clear out all the styles that you've applied. So again, pretty simple stuff. I think you'll be able to find your way through a lot of these things. I'll go over in other training some of the more advanced features here that you find in a lot of in these sections here. One last thing before this wraps up is the option to head over and check out the actual HTML source and edit that source if you'd like to. So you can add anything that you'd like right in here. I won't do it, but you can add styling. You can add anything. It's just HTML. So to edit content in much the same way, you head right up here, highlight content, go down to edit content, and you're met with a page that lists all of your existing content, all of your web pages, and you can also narrow down. It actually lists all your web pages, news articles, and everything like that. But you can narrow down what is displayed down here by using these different radio buttons. So you can check out news articles specifically, and of course we don't have any news articles at this point, but that's what that would do. So let's go back and take a look at just the web pages. I never did save what I just created, so that's not there. But there's a page here where I was testing some things with regards to width. So you have a couple options. You can either edit an existing page or you can delete it. I won't delete first. I'm going to go ahead and click edit here. When you click edit, you're basically brought back to the same page that you would see if you were creating the content with, of course, everything that you had done before already in the page. And obviously I haven't done much with this page. But there it is. You edit it. Once you're done, come down here and click Save. So both when you're editing content and when you're creating content, once you've hit Save, you'll actually see a preview down here as to how the page will look on weather.gov. So that's one way to take a look at things. Another way to look at what your page is shaping up to look like is simply go to the URL. So go to w2.weather.gov/siteid. In my case, I'm looking at Southern Region Headquarters. So this is actually the Southern Region Headquarters homepage right here as it exists on the CMS right now. To specifically go to the page that you're editing, just take that page name, copy it, and of course paste or type it in up here. And here's the page that we were editing, so you can get a good look at how things would look at that point. So that's all for creating and editing web pages.